In celebration of Sabrina Carpenter's new album, Short and Sweet Deluxe, I thought we would sit down and examine the Dharma themes in the lyrics. Because girlie sure knows how to write an earworm. She's a poet, but she is not dumb and poetic. She is indeed the queen of witticisms. Let's start with our own object of negation in the room. It is indeed the Please 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 remix featuring Dolly P, because all of us were experiencing some attachment to what we thought would be a little more satisfying, a little less underwhelming. But this is dependent on our own mind and mental perception, all in here. So let's meditate on the underwhelming nature of the remix and examine why we, or in this case I, certainly feel that way. It may take a long time because slim pickings would have been my pickings for the remix, of course, but alas, we need some empathy, some good old-fashioned compassion. She's gone through heartbreak and dealing with all manner of worldly shenanigans presently. So, in fact, this is indeed a wonderful time to discuss the 5 precepts, one of which is sexual misconduct. And one of the elements of sexual misconduct can be cheating. And as we know from the alleged news reports that Baz did cheat, then we've got what appears like a double whammy. And we should have some old-fashioned compassion. Some bodhichitta for the busy woman. 15 minutes. Girlie sure knows about the impermanence of time. She's got small scope down pat. Her pride and self-confidence is magnificent. And of course, I love that for her. The lyric, it's fleeting like we're all gonna die. That is death and impermanence 101. I rejoice. That is small scope. Don't know how hard I can make it. This is hopelessly devoted to Samsara, to grief and loss, and this is the Four Noble Truths 101. Samsara is suffering, true suffering. Well, that's the first of the Noble Truths, first of the 4. We could even give this 2 of the 4 and say this is both true suffering and true cause. The cause of that being the delusions, the delulus, if you will, i.e. being hopelessly devoted to samsara. It's very poignant and not what I was expecting, especially based on the title alone from our resident rapier-witted short queen. As a fellow 5'1" girly, although I think I'm 5 foot, I always thought I was 5'1". I see you, Sap. Thank you for being our representation, our representative icon. Bad reviews. I mean, I just want to say ignorance and turning an intentional blind eye to those red flags that do appear blue if you look hard enough. The emptiness of colour, that's a whole other story there though. Busy woman, walking down the street. Both the impermanent nature of time and all phenomena, but of course also infused with her signature pride and self-confidence. No ego, just self-confidence. Shantideva would be proud. The self-confidence of action is, I alone shall do it. And Homegirl's got that down pat. Maybe don't deem folks gay though, I don't know. Nonetheless, I love it. This song is going to be on repeat. As an overview, my suggestions for Ms. Carpenter, the Jesus Messiah that she is, would be practicing non-attachment, since the bulk of this album is, well, of the 3 delusions, it's attachment. Maybe even doing the old school thing of recollecting how gross the human body truly is. the subject of your attachment. So like breaking down the mere collection of parts being skin, blood, bones, feces, urine, everything else. It's a little bit gross, but it is very necessary to overcome one's attachment. And, like we're all striving for, to see the emptiness nature of self and all phenomena. If she gets there, amazing. I commend you, honey. You're doing better than myself and most of us. I do, in fact, give her a 10 out of 10 for discussing death and impermanence, though. They are foundational to the Lam Rim, the path to enlightenment. As all things are dependent arising, you can't have small scope without... Oh, wait a minute. As you certainly can't have medium scope or great scope without the small scope first. And death and impermanence are, wow. Death is definite, time of death uncertain is a little quote that has been drilled into me since a kid. Not in a negative way, just as it is. So, it's a yes from me. And, of course, regarding self-confidence, I love it. If it's done without ego or pride or wrong view or any of the other major delusions, then that's awesome. And if she can channel that for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception, the self-confidence of action, capability, and delusion, that would be most impressive. And as I said, Shantideva, kind master, great scholar, Bodhisattva, Shantideva, would be most proud. Maybe rejoicing would be a suggestion, although that's more for the full album, because there were quite a few songs about jealousy in there, so just rejoicing in others' good fortune. But I'll leave that for a full review of the album later. Nonetheless, this is an absolute banger of a deluxe album. Wouldn't expect anything less, of course. And I rejoice in her success and her witticisms and the fact it's been a long time coming for her. So here's to all the turtles. And thank you, Sabrina Carpenter, for your generosity in this little unexpected Valentine's gift to us all. And alas, there is a bonus theme, generosity, the first of the 6 perfections. So I'll leave it there because time is fleeting like my battery life. And yeah, goodbye for now. Stream short and sweet deluxe, although we're certainly already doing that, let's be real. So instead, let us meditate on death and impermanence. And I'll see you in the next one. No, technically you'll see me in the next one. You do that, you'll see me, and I instead shall meditate on death and impermanence. Anywho, see ya. See you next time.